with us? So happy, amazing Monday night again. This is Dr. Sharon, educator, author, entrepreneur, and speaker. And I am here with another dynamic entrepreneur. She is Miss Lynette Smith. Lynette is the founder of Girls to Women Incorporated. Lynette, welcome to the Grind Entrepreneur Spotlight.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. How are you?
I am doing excellent. I am just so excited that you're here. I just need for you to tell everyone, first of all, just a little more about who you are and a little more about Girls to Women Incorporated.
Well, again, like you said, I'm Lynette Smith. I am a mother of two. I have a 14-year-old daughter and a 12-year-old boy. I am also the caregiver of my autistic brother, Kevin. And I started Girls to Women in October. I came up with it in August, but I started in October from suffering with depression for 17 years. I had a nervous breakdown in 2011 and was hospitalized, was prescribed 600 milligrams of Seroquel daily. I even passed out in my bathroom from an anxiety attack. So after being blessed to be able to be a survivor of this depression, I decided that I wanted to give back to other women, other girls, men, boys, whoever is suffering from it. Just give back to them and let them know that they're not alone, because a lot of times when you're going through this, you feel like you're alone and you don't have anyone.
That is so awesome that you actually took your pain and decided to try to make it better for others that's going through the same thing. So you actually have an event that's coming up very soon, and I think it's going to be in Charlotte.
Yes, it is. I'm so excited.
Yes, please tell us all about it.
So our event is April 22nd of this year, and it is called a Mental Health Fashion Show Gala. So at this event, it is here, located here in Charlotte, but at this event, we will showcase victims and survivors of mental health stories as they walk the runway in the fashion show. So every model in this fashion show will be a victim or a survivor of mental illness.
Wow, that's exciting. And so you actually, wow. And so this fashion show is really to benefit your organization because you are a nonprofit.
Yes, that is correct.
I think that's very important for people to understand. And so you do the fashion show, but that's not all that you do, because you constantly have to do something to really help fund all of the work that you do to assist these individuals. So talk to us a little bit about the types of things that you do to help fund it, and how can other people help support you in this?
Well, right now, because we're a new organization just getting started, we are trying to get sponsorship and funding. So it's pretty much been funded out of my own personal finances at this moment. That's why this fashion show is very important, because it's not just a fashion show to help the models and the victims, but it's also a fundraiser for Girls to Women, because we are working towards getting a Girls to Women center here in Charlotte to provide outreach programs, to provide job assistant, housing assistant, to help with resources to the next level if there's something that we can assist with.
Oh my God. So you're actually saying a center, a physical location.
Yes, a physical location.
Individuals can come and get the services that they need.
Yes, I'm so excited for it. The excitement I have is like I have it already. And
that's what you have to do. That is just so commendable to do that. And I really want for you to make sure that the message is you're not just looking in your local area in Charlotte or even in North Carolina, because I know that you have an event coming up in the Washington, D.C. area. You have something coming up in New York. So talk to us about your global impact that you're having.
Yes, we're not just sticking to Charlotte. I mean, because we feel like people all over the world is suffering. So wherever we can touch someone, we're going to touch someone. So we definitely have an event July 21st. It's going to be in Washington, D.C. It is going to be called the Sip and Tea Luncheon, what I did here January 6th. And that's when we're going to have that open panel discussion with different therapists. I have a psychologist already on board. I have a therapist on board. We're still looking for more panelists for that event, and just come together, have lunch, and attack these topics. Give the education on mental illness, give the education on the symptoms of depression, low self-esteem, anxiety, those type of things. And then October 27th, October is the Mental Health Awareness Month. So I figured we're going to do it big. So we're going to actually take this mental health fashion show gala to New York City. And we're going to do the same as we do here. We're going to spotlight so many different victims and survivors' stories in this fashion show, just trying to do it in a unique way, giving that education, but doing it in a more unique way, helping someone with their healing process. Because these models that is in this fashion show, this is something big for them to be able to come out to people they don't even know and really speak about what they went through. It was hard for me. That's why it took so long to even come out and say something. My family didn't even know I was going through it as hard as I was. So this is something big. But just like they're coming out, it's going to touch someone in the audience who's scared to say something too. And hopefully it will inspire them to speak up about what they're going through as well.
That is absolutely awesome. And so really, let's step back and go look at the process where you were actually going through. And like you said, your family didn't even know to the extent of the impact that it was really taking a toll on you.
Right.
What, in your opinion, do you think is going to take, because there are perhaps someone listening right now that's really going through and their family members don't know that they are. So how can those of us around people like that be able to really look at signs and say, you know, hey, this person really might need some assistance? Is it up to just the person, or can we as people around them see signs of this happening?
I believe that people around can see the signs, but of course we ignore the signs because we just figure that it's nothing serious. So some signs where one thing I used to do, I just used to cry all the time. I didn't know why I was crying. If you see someone crying, you need to just try to reach out to them, make sure things is okay. If you see someone who's angry a lot, that's another sign that they're hurting. If you see someone who have up and down moods, that's another sign that something is wrong. I think the thing that we need to do for one, us as victims and survivors, we have to first accept that this is going on. Until we accept it, we cannot start any healing process. That's what took me so long. I knew once you accept it, then you have to acknowledge the source of what is putting you through this. Once you acknowledge that source, that is the start to your healing process. But if you don't do those things, I've always been told the first thing to a problem is acknowledging that you have one. And it's nothing wrong with coming out and saying that. In today's world, we don't speak of it because we don't want to be judged. The first thing somebody's going to say is, oh, you crazy. I didn't speak of it because I had 2 children. I didn't want them to take my children. Instead of getting the help, speaking to someone. So they just automatically put me on 600 milligrams of Seroquel. When that didn't help my children, it more harmed my children because I just slept. That's all I did was sleep. So I wasn't able to be the proper mother to my children that I needed to be. And it affects your children in a bigger way. So I would say, if it's not you that's going through and you see different small signs, don't ignore it. I don't care how small. If it's small as a mustard seed, still, reach into it. Make sure, just check them out. Don't say, oh, nothing's wrong with you. Feed them with positivity, because they don't realize that those negative comments like, oh, there's nothing wrong with you. Oh, you need to pray about it. Oh, just dust yourself off. Those different things, snap out of it. If somebody could snap out of it, they would. Don't nobody want to go through nothing like that. It's really, really serious, and especially anxiety, because people don't realize that you can die from an anxiety attack because your heart just beat, 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 beat.
Wow. You really touched on something, because I know that a lot of people in the African-American community shy away from getting assistance when it's considered either mental wellness or mental health, or even depression. And like you said, they rely on prayer, which prayer is a wonderful thing. We are both people of faith, and we understand that. But sometimes you need to go and see a professional about your condition. Yes. So what was it to the point where you decided that, hey, I've got to go see someone about my condition?
For me, it was, I have a 14-year-old daughter, and I read her diary, and her diary stated that she thought I was in the bed dead because I hadn't moved all day, and she didn't want to lose her mother. And it was like I was reading her tears. It makes me cry. I was reading her tears from what she wrote in the diary. And as a mother, it's like crushing to your soul, because you feel like you're hurting your child, but you're hurting inside and you don't even have the strength to even try to help her. And she didn't realize that I was sleeping because of the medication. All she's seeing was it's the evening and her mom has not moved all day. At that point, I couldn't do it anymore because I lost my mother when I was 8 years old to breast cancer, and she was 31. I didn't want my children to go through that. I didn't want them to go through that. So I was like, I really have to make a change. I had black curtains in my window for years. I mean, when I say black, pitch black. I would not open up a blind. It was the darkness that's where I was living at. I felt like I couldn't come out of it. There was no one knew but my immediate family that I was going through that. I just felt like I couldn't come out of it. But after I read that from her, I said, no, I have to get my life back. I'm missing out on my children, and I'm missing out on my own life. And I want to claim my life back. So that decision that I knew I needed to make a long time ago, but was scared to do it, I just stood up and made it. And I thought that it was going to push me further into a depression, but it actually opened up the door for peace for me.
That is so impactful. Oh my goodness. I can, woo. So how can people support your efforts? What can they do? What are you looking for? We know that we want them to buy the tickets to the events, whether it's in Charlotte, whether it's in Washington, D.C. or the surrounding area. In October, you'll be in New York. How else can people support you in your efforts?
One of the main things, the biggest thing for me is spread the word. I mean, tell any and everybody. Tell your grandma, her grandma, your mom, everybody to spread the word. Please continue to like, share, and tell somebody about it, because this is a table topic and it's time to stop it. If we don't stop it, who's going to do it? And it'll stop a lot of suicide. It'll stop so many people from going through, hurting themselves or going through different things. Because they're hurting inside and don't feel like they have the support. That's one of the main things I want is please just continue to share this information, that there's an organization out here that really cares, that understands, that can relate. Also, please donate if you can. Anything we appreciate it. Please just donate. I am determined to get my Girls to Women Center by 2019.
That's you know what, that's what you have to do. You have to put it out there. Put it out there.
It's there.
And I'm definitely
claimed it.
Following you and waiting for that center in 2019, because it's such a wonderful, wonderful effort and work that you're doing for this community. And so how can individuals that may be qualified to sit on the panel, how can they reach you, and what are the directives for them to contact you for those areas?
Okay, they can reach me. We're on Facebook, Girls to Women, Inc. We're also on Instagram, Girls to Women, Inc. I am building up my YouTube channel, so that is coming soon. They also can email us at girls2women2@gmail. They also can send an email through our website, which is www.girls2womeninc.com. And if they don't get me that way, they can call our business number, which is 980-279-2888.
That is awesome. I just applaud you, Lynette, for your work.
Thank you.
I applaud you for using your pain so that you can help others, and maybe they don't have to go through all that you went through. because certainly you are helping individuals. And so I say congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much. And we are taking models for April 22nd. It doesn't matter that they live out of town. We have 5 slots left for models. So if they're out of town and they want to be a part of this, they can contact me, all that information I just gave you, and we would be excited to have them a part of it.
Awesome. So Girls to Women, they're looking for models for their fashion show. She's looking for panelists for the panel discussion that will be in Washington, D.C. in July. And then there will be another fashion show in New York in October. You are on the move, and I say congratulations to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for this opportunity. I appreciate it so much. You don't know, I'm so humble to it.
Absolutely. So guys, I am just so excited for Lynette Smith and her efforts with Girl to Women Incorporated. So definitely, if it's in your heart to donate, please reach out to her. We will definitely put her contact information in the comments. Those of you who will catch the replay, definitely reach out to her. She's doing all her information. And so if you're in the Charlotte area or surrounding areas, come out to the fashion show. Definitely, we will probably have her on closer to the Washington, D.C. event, and definitely get you in studio at the I Am Dr. Sharon show, so that we can promote that as well for the D.C. area.
They can purchase the tickets for the April 22nd at Eventbrite or on our website as well.
Okay, that is awesome, guys. So help a worthy cause, because certainly it is worthy. And so Lynette, thank you for taking your Monday evening with us.
Thank you.
Absolutely. And I wish you nothing but success.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Guys, thank you for joining us, those of you who joined live, and those of you who will catch the replay. And again, this is the Grind Entrepreneur Network Spotlight, where we support, highlight, connect, and develop entrepreneurs on their grind, and Girls to Women certainly on their grind. So Lynette, grinding.